Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the RBC Center here for this Metro High School Hockey League matchup between the visiting Sackville Kingfishers and your Woodlawn Panthers. As we wait now for the rest of the Kingfishers to enter the ice surface, they did a little switcheroo on us here. Wore some jerseys for warm-up, came out in a completely different set. So it looks like they're dropping their unis here for the first time. My name is Matt Dudelet here for High Button Sports alongside my good buddy and pal, Jeff Warburton. Jeff, how are you doing on this beautiful Wednesday night?
Fantastic, dudes. We're ready to be on the other side of the call.
Yeah, we're switching it up for you guys here in this one. We're going to keep the voices fresh and do our best here as we do a line change, if you will. So starting goaltenders here, first for the Kingfishers, number 31, Lawson Butler, and for the Woodlawn Panthers, a name that we say quite often, number 30, Sean Flynn. Now as we're underway here is that first opportunity off the stick of Schwartz. It goes wide, so the Panthers are going to pick it up. And behind the net there as Coyle comes out, shot there, that's blockered. Up over the net now, it's going to be held in by Tobin, and an opportunity out front off the stick of Schwartz. That stopped, so good couple shots here for the Panthers early, looking to get on the scoreboard right off the bat. These teams pretty close in the standings. So that puck is centered down to the crease as they fight for it. It's going to be cleared here for a moment by the Kingfishers. Down they go. Try to break out, but it's going to be pushed back inside their own zone. It's going to be tough for me to see the numbers here on these fresh jerseys. They're going to go black on black with a little bit of orange trim now, as that's a dangerous pass, but swooped in and picked up by the captain, Doucette. He's going to flip that down inside the Sackville zone. Partner pass across for Hiscock. Hiscock's going to scan. Finds, looks like Monroe through the middle. Yes, it is Carter Monroe, son of good friend of the show, Jamie Monroe, as he just walked by himself. So a little family affair going on here as that first shot for the Kingfishers is a light one in on Flynn as he'll get his first touch. And he'll hang on, and the faceoff's going to come to the left side of Flynn. So Coach Tristan Manson going with a different look here for the Panthers. He's going to rock the ball cap on the bench here tonight. See if that'll switch things up here, as this Woodlawn team is 5-7 now with 13 points, and Sackville just behind them, 4-8. So 3-point game, if you will, on the line now as the Panthers are going to enter the zone. Mahoney down low, pushed off by Hiscock. They're going to fight for it in the feet, push towards the front of the net. Now it's going to be through the crease area as Butler tried to swipe at it, but that gets out of his reach. A hit over there on the left side boards from Smith. He's going to hold the puck in, back up to the point. Left side point shot there, and that was blocked. Monroe, he's just going to chip that softly through the middle. And that's going to be number 66, it looks like, Carter Faulkner. Now as he centers that pass, looking for Monroe, but that doesn't reach the intended target. Now Monroe's going to pick it up again here. He's taken down. A couple bodies hit the deck there. A little bit of mayhem on the ice there, but now the Woodlawn Panthers are away as Smith once again centers that pass. And that's going to be picked off here once again by the Kingfishers. Now as Monroe picks it up on the right side, he goes hard pass cross ice across for Faulkner, just out of his reach, but he's going to pick it up in his feet. He's tripped up. Referees are going to let him play early. So these games switching to 5:30. Switching big time difference there, 5:15 to 5:30. Maybe giving everybody an extra 15 minutes across the bridge. So now it's going to be taken by the Panthers. Centering pass, a dangerous one, almost picked off, but it's held in the zone. Charette now leaves it down low. Centering pass picked off by Kenny as he's away now. Centering pass. Tries to make a move, but it's swiped off his stick, and they bang it down into their own zone now as they go back for it. Here is Blanchard. Blanchard in behind his own net, looking for his options. He's just going to bank that off the wall. Good indirect pass there up onto the stick of Dawson Brown. Brown through the middle. He's just going to dump it in. That's going to rim around to the other side.
Kingfishers here doing a good job jumping on those pucks in the offensive zone, trying to create some turnovers as a lot of that work being done down low.
Yeah, down low is a pretty crucial place to be. If you can keep the defending team looking away or down towards the end boards, gives you a lot of opportunity out in the slot area to have some men open. So we'll see if they continue that game plan here. Maybe they watch some game film, which tells me they'd be tuning into the live stream, Jeff.
Benefits, I guess, and detractors of the live stream. You got your footage out there for everyone, but definitely helps out on both sides as the video coaches become more and more common at the minor level.
Absolutely. They want to see It's different when you can teach and see at the same time. Back in the day when we played, it was you had to remember the play that the coach was talking about. So a lot of times you could just play dumb and say, oh, no, I don't remember that play. But it's on video now, so there's proof everywhere for everybody to see. Chipped off the glass. Clearing attempt. A big hit there as McPhee came across. Now the Panthers try and break out as poked off the stick and back inside the zone, but the Panthers will regain possession here as they try and work it up the wall. Now they do. Another chip. They just continue to go in straight lines here, but the Kingfishers are going to pick it up on transition. They'll get the red line and dump it in there off the stick of Thornhill. In behind now. They try and break out again, but Kingfishers doing a good job of pinching down that wall. Cross ice pass here for Schwarz. Schwarz down the right side, tries to center that, hits a skate. He's going to get it and cycle it back down low now. And behind the net is Tobin. Leaves it there for Schwarz, and he had that whacked off his stick as now Thornhill's going to give chase. He'll get there first, and he'll throw a hit as well, but the puck's held in as Tobin. Got Kai and Tobin mixed into one, and that came out as Tybin. So a shot from the point is tipped on its way, and that'll find the back of the net. And the Panthers will jump out to an early 1-0 lead here on their fourth shot of the game. 10:22 left to go in the first period, and the Panthers are up 1-0.
Great job directing that puck on net there. I mean, 4-0 the shots here, despite the Kingfishers, like I said, working down low, not able to square any up. First chance there, really, for a great shot from the point. Woodlawn takes it, and look at that, pucks on net, good things happen.
That is what they say, no doubt. You can't score if you don't shoot, and it certainly helps with a redirection. And that line of Tobin, Schwarz, and it looks like Coyle out there has been doing damage all year here for this Panthers team. Might be one of the highest scoring lines in the league now as they try and get it back in the zone, but Hiscock will intercept that, but now it's a turnover. Schwarz tries to toe drag his way into the middle, but Coyle's going to pick up that turnover. Away goes Monroe here for the Kingfishers. Had to be careful there as he had Eisner coming through the middle. Monroe. Turn that over just inside the zone. A stretch pass looking for Schwarz there as he blew a tire. Might be time to switch to the winter tires here for the Mr. Adriel Schwarz. So now it's going to be cleared out into the center ice area. Picked up here by Henry. Henry, cross ice. Over for Faulkner. Faulkner's going to walk in over the left side of the line. Monroe leaves it down there. Back in front for Faulkner as he didn't get quite enough on that one. And it was redirected towards the corner. And a tough spill there as Evan Drew went in to lay the hit. And the Kingfishers player was nowhere to be seen. He ended up taking the worst of that on his own hit. So he's back to his feet, though, and he had to look like a little bit of a chuckle there now as the Panthers are away down the left side. Brownrigg. Had that poked off his stick. He's going to battle in the corner near the Zamboni doors. They fight for it now. Referee's going to get out of the way. Down inside the corner into the feet of Brownrigg. Trying to find it where everybody is. And now they try and force it towards the net, but it's picked off here by Caden Charette. Charette's going to dump it in for himself. He's got Drew to beat, and he's going to get there first. And a big hit there from Smith as he came in and tried to clear house. Good possession pass. Cross ice looking for the player that was heading to the bench, but now it's going to be picked up, and a 1-on-4 now. He's going to be heads up here. Smith's on the forecheck, but on the back check it seems. Now it's just going to be chipped outside the zone into the neutral zone area. And the Kingfishers are going to look to break this one out and get the line here, as now they will. They're just going to fire that in on Flynn. That took a little bit of a weird hop. He's just going to play that now. His Doucette's going to go bank pass to his partner and then up the left wing wall. Brownrigg had that. Now he's going to chip that, and a good area pass there. As away go the Panthers down the left side. Shot there, and a blocker save from Butler as he kicked that one to the left side. And away on transition are the Kingfishers. That pass will get away from the intended target, but it'll hit a Panther stick on the way, so that'll negate the icing as Dupuy's back for it. Dupuy left it there for Morrissey. Morrissey turned it over, but finds the stick of his own player now. There's McPhee, Riley McPhee now. Lost that puck, so Doucette's going to have to retreat here for the Panthers as he's in behind the net. Good outlet pass through the middle, and then another pass there, and that's all it takes here for the breakout. And they're going to turn it over on the neutral zone forecheck here from the Kingfishers. That was Brockwell coming from the bench as he's going to take a bump. Now an opportunity here for the Kingfishers, and a shot there off the stick of Sean Belanger. And a good save by Flynn as he gets his first real test here in this one. 7:23 left to go here in the first period.
Not many whistles here, dudes, as keeping it going. No penalties yet in this one, and goalies kind of pushing that puck away. Refs maybe encouraging them a little bit, but consistent play here early.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of traffic into the crease area or into the war zone, as they call it. And so we're just waiting for this game to pick up here. Looks like these teams are kind of maybe feeling each other out here to start this Wednesday night game, but something tells me things are going to open up here soon. Good exchange there. It's going to be dumped in by Belanger. Flynn's going to come out to play it, and that'll slow down the forecheck. That's a good thing there from the goaltender. It's always nice when you have a goaltender that can play the puck, and that pretty much eliminates that first man coming in. Now Schwarz going to have an opportunity. Schwarz in all alone. Shot there, and a glove save by Butler. So he got just enough of that, and a good flash of speed there from Adriel Schwarz, the leading scorer here for this Panthers team, as he's going to pick it back up in behind the net. Schwarz still rocking the Voyageurs gloves out there now, as that's going to be cleared away from the net, but it won't have enough for icing. You can already hear the linesman waving that off. The bank pass down low. Panthers looking to get up ice. Force from behind. Now they're going to chip it into the neutral zone. Monroe left it there for Hiscock. Hiscock will partner that to his partner who blew a tire, Henry, back there. So now he's just going to throw a hit. Down low was Brownrigg. Monroe, big hit there, and he got the best of that as he took down Schwarz, which is no easy feat. Schwarz is going to pick it back up, though. Relentless on the puck, centering pass. Now it's going to go backdoor, just out of the reach there of Coyle, as he was in the right spot at the right time, but just couldn't corral it in time. Now Monroe will fire that cross ice. So try and go back as Faulkner. Faulkner is going to leave it there for Charette. Charette, good escape move. Now he's going to work in behind his own net here. 5:40 left to go here in the first period. Charette up ice. He's just going to take it, and he just gets out of the way of that. That was almost a head-on collision, one of those ones that you see on a local street. And now the bodies are starting to fly a little bit, so things heating up here just a little bit here to finish the first period. So away go the Panthers down the right side.
Refs let him go there behind the play.
Yeah, refs right there. He obviously didn't see enough to warrant a penalty, and he's going to let these teams kind of figure it out on their own and police themselves here, as the Panthers are now called on the offside. So 5:15 left to go. Shots on goal 5-1 in favor of the Panthers, who currently lead this one 1-0, as you see there on your scoreboard. So
the referee's actually making a hand motion of pushing them forward like there was some extra stuff, but he said, I'm not calling it. Let's move up the ice, head north, and the whistle came shortly after, so we'll see if that continues.
So a little bit of leniency out of the ref so far. And now it's turned over here as the Kingfishers are in 1-on-2 down the left side. Shot from a distance, and that was blocked from Evan Drew. He self-sacrificed the body here on a Wednesday evening. So now the Panthers are going to pick it up. A little bit of time and space now as they're going to move outside their own zone. Tangled up, held in at the line. Centering pass. Carvery tried to settle that. Now it's going to go back to the point there for Blanchard. Blanchard's going to dump that in, and Doucette's going to go back here for the Panthers. Breako pass gets away from his intended target, but now it's going to find the stick of Brownrigg, as he will eventually get this out now, and he'll find it again on his stick in over the neutral zone. And once again, the puck finds Brownrigg and gets turned over here as the Kingfishers were changing, and now they're just going to dump it in and head for a change, as the rest of the forward group had already entered the ice surface. So that's going to be held in here by Blanchard. He's going to fire that towards the net. Flynn just going to direct that one into the corner. Picked up here by Hudson Kenny. Kenny with a little bit of a head of steam. Great job by the liney to get up on top of the bench there and stop that from hitting him. And now it's going to be dumped back in the zone here by Sackville with just under 4 minutes to go here in the first period. They'll fight for it now. It's going to come back up top to the point. Blanchard fires that, tipped. Didn't quite make its way to the net though, as it's picked up here by Eisner. Eisner up to his winger. One touch pass through the middle. The thought was there, but the player was not. And now it's almost turned over dangerously here, but picked up by Ethan Rockwell, so he's going to go back to his D-man. He'll partner that. Now they're going to go cross ice for the stretch pass. Onto the stick now of Nolan Belfield. He had that one poked off his stick, but he's going to get possession back here. Now as the Panthers look to head north here on transition inside their own zone. Now it's going to be taken off the top. That'll find the stick of Riley McPhee. He's going to dump it in, and he blows a tire, so might have to have a chat with the skate sharpener. It's a couple people we've seen fall down now on a quick tight turn, as Kingfishers are going to fire that inside the zone. Eisner there, late to get to the puck. Two black jerseys on the one white, but the Panthers are going to get it out. Coyle up to Schwarz. 3-on-2 forming here for the Panthers. Cross ice, and now they got three forwards caught. It's going to be a 3-on-2 the other way here for Sackville, as Carter Monroe faked the shot, Tried to fire that back to the high guy. Now it's picked off, and we're just going to play a little plinko here. Now is Coyle with a good head of steam. He'll work down the right side. Centering pass or attempted. Now it's going to find the stick of Schwartz as he was coming in late, and that's deflected wide. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first frame. Good job for Monroe to slot down and help out down low defensively, and that one's going to be whistled on the offside, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Panther zone.
So these two teams only 2 points difference in the standings back to back. So if this game didn't have already a big enough feel to it, there you go. Right on each other's backs as the kind of head into the season here for the high school. It is a shorter season, so every game matters, and this one kind of one that might have been circled on the calendar the past few weeks, seeing how close they are in the standings.
Definitely a good point there. Some big points up for grab. A win by Sackville will tie them with the Panthers now as they're away down the left side. Coyle's got Schwartz with him. That's back to Coyle as he gets a real good chance there from the slot area. But Butler up to the task here. As we were saying here, Sackville with a win in this game tonight will put them to 13 points and put them 5-8. And that'll put them at a deadlock at the middle of the pack as Dartmouth High School now leads the pack. 6 wins, 2 losses, followed by Sommet, Woodlawn, Sackville, JL, Eastern Shore, and then Island View. So middle of the pack, point hunting, 4-point game, as they say in the biz. And this one's a big one here if you want to get ahead of your opponent and start to climb that ladder. So now it's going to be shot towards the net there off the stick of Smith, just lightly as that's redirected into the corner now. Minute 45 left to go here in the first period. Smith had that bounce off his stick as the Kingfishers try to get out of their zone, but it's going to be held in now as they fired in behind the net. Brownrigg with it. Looks for his options. He's going to go up top to the left point. Slap shot, tipped. Might have slowed it down on the way. Now it's going to be picked off, and Brownrigg will put it home.
Great finish.
As he makes no mistake, and as they say, Jeff, right spot, right time. And the Panthers take a 2-0 lead late here in the first period.
And it looked like a puck that just kind of slowed down right in front, and to have that poise to pull that out of the scrum, put it on the backhand, find the open net, put it over the pad, not just along the ground, and finish it off. Great job by Brownrigg, and a lot of pressure down there, so it looks easy from up here sometimes, but that finish and that delivery definitely top notch, and can't forget about that as a great finish in front.
Yeah, as you say, great composure there in front, and when you're down on the ice and you play hockey, you know that things happen a lot faster in real time than they do, or at least as they look from up here. So to be able to pick that puck up in a quick heated scenario and make no mistake there and find the right spot of the net is some good skill on display. But the puck keeps finding Brownrigg here, and eventually he is going to burn you, and he does there.
Shots now 8-1, so Kingfishers really got to go back to that hustle they were using at the start of the period, but also getting some shots on like that one right there and a big backhand.
There's a good chance there, as you said it, almost like they might be listening to you here, but working from down low, the Kingfishers look like they like to work the Sackville game in behind the goal line. Like I say, you get your defenders facing the boards here, and that leaves out some options in front. It's hard to cover a guy in the slot area when you're not looking at him, but down to the last 35 seconds here. This one, good outlet pass. It's going to be a one-on-one. Brownrigg, fresh off a goal, and over to the left side. He's going to fire that. Tried to go top glove, maybe for some sty points. And Butler's just going to hang on to that with 28.3 seconds left to go here. 2-0 Woodlawn Panthers looking to jump ahead of their opponents here in the standings. We've seen them give up a few leads already this year, Jeff, so I'm sure that's something Coach Manson and the rest of the staff have addressed over these weeks of practice. And I think one of the main points will probably be to stay out of the penalty box as a point-blank opportunity once again from this Schwartz Coyle.
And I believe first place is DHS, the team that the Panthers beat our first night here on High Point Sports, so it kind of shows anyone can beat anyone as you just want to get to the dance.
That's nice. They separated into tiers now. It may not feel like the best thing as a player, but to make things a little more even, the bigger schools will play in the Tier 1 division now as the Panthers look to add one late here. Centering pass from Cole, shot, scores! Back door working in behind. And Coyle will get one out front, and a very early Christmas gift for him as he makes absolutely no mistake on that one. And a tough save for Butler to make there as he's looking in behind the net, trying to figure out where the pass is coming from. By that point, it's too late. It's in the back of the net. So heartbreaker here at the end of the first period for the Kingfishers. But lots of hockey to be played. That's pretty much going to do it here for the first period as the buzzer will go now. So after 1 period of play, the score, Woodlawn 3, Sackville 0. Shots on goal after the first, 11-3 in favor of the Panthers. We'll be back with the second period here in just a moment. All right, back here, second period on this High Button Sports live stream of the Metro High School Hockey League. If you're just joining us, the Woodlawn Panthers jumping out to a 3-0 lead early on in the first period now as the Kingfishers looking to attack right off the opening draw here as Dawson Brown walked in and he got a good shot off, but it hits a stick and up into the netting, so the face-off will stay inside. So new unis here, new kit, as they say in soccer, for the Kingfishers. The all black and orange look, very sharp, even though I can't really see the detail from up here, but I'm sure the players are pumped down there because everybody knows New Gitch Day is one of the most exciting days in sports. As the Kingfishers now loop that back into their own zone. Noah Carvery's away, he's going to take a bump, and now the first penalty's coming, and that's going to be an interference call if I was a betting man, and yes, it will be. So the Kingfishers will go to their first power play.
How important is this power play here, dudes? I'm feeling like, you know, start of a new period, put some pressure on. You're way behind in the shots column, but now you're going to get that man advantage, and I think one here would really put the spirits up there on that Kingfishers bench.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct there, Jeff. A goal here in this power play would obviously cut the lead to the worst lead in hockey, as they say, 2-goal lead, but at the same time, get a little more juice into their legs, maybe a little momentum here for the Kingfishers. So now they're going to have to hurry because Schwartz is in there on the penalty kill, and he's going to get there first. He just continues to move, and Schwartz doesn't take too many shortcuts out there. He loves to play the game in a straight line manner. So now that dump is going to be tipped off the stick of Doucette and way up into the netting. And if there was no mesh back there, there might have been a broken window. But great planning by the rink builder, says you want to protect all those things here. So we're going to have a face-off outside the zone as Schwartz tries to go forward with it. He's got Tobin with him. So the Kingfishers are going to be backing behind their own net, and Panthers are just going to press hard here on the penalty kill. The 2 15s and a 20 here in this, if you're a first-time viewer. Good partner pass there, as that's going to go cross ice, and that's unintentionally left there for Rockwell. Rockwell's going to slow things down as he fires it back to Blanchard. Blanchard back down to Rockwell, back up to Blanchard. Blanchard walks to the middle, slap shot, blocked by Schwartz, and he's going to take no risks and fire that one down the length of the ice as Butler comes out to play that, as now the Kingfishers are going to have to get the power play breakout set up now as Belfield comes behind the net to pick it up. Good angle job there from Tobin. Now he's going to turn and switch. As Doucette's just going to fire that the length of the ice. That'll be no icing and no offside. Good smart change there. And Smith is going to pick it up here for the Panthers. He's just going to eat that on the wall. He had 3 jerseys to beat, so eventually gives up possession, but now he's back on the forecheck, and he's going to get possession again as he's just going to cycle that in softly in behind the net as Coyle comes out. So he'll filter out now. Kingfishers. A little sloppy here on the power play, so Monroe is going to slow things down. He's going to pick it up and wheel down the middle of the ice. Now he's going to work his way back to the left side, back into the middle, and now he's got a shot and a good blocker save there from Flynn. What an effort there from Carter Monroe, as he had seen enough of those passes and he just took it upon himself. As Smith's away now. Smith, left side, shot there, and a blocker save from Butler, and a big one there. That could have been a real big heartbreaker here for the Kingfishers if that one goes in. So we're back to even strength now. Big kill from the Panthers, and we'll see if either one of these teams can build a little momentum from either one of those
Kingfishers need to put a little more effort into those legs.
Yeah, I agree. They look a little slower right now, and they almost look shell-shocked at this point. I know they did jump out or fall down to a 3-0 deficit early on, but 2 full periods of play here, and they had their chances earlier when they were working on their game style, but things have really tightened up here defensively for the Panthers, and gotta like to see that if you're the Panthers coaching staff. It's just gonna be flicked out. Panthers are just gonna get it and dump it back in. Hiscock will have possession on the left side. He's gonna bank that around for his partner, Henry. Now it's gonna be turned over. Centering pass there and a great play out front to get that stick down along the ice and take away that point blank opportunity now as the Kingfishers are just gonna dump that in. That's off the stick there of Chase McDonald. A good hit down low as the Panthers are out now. 1 pass breakout here, excuse me. As Smith continues to go down, and Liney is going to take a spill, and Zebras were never known for their skating. And it's always a tough moment there. It's a good opportunity from the Kingfishers down the left side. But that's going to be up and over the net, and on the play, Flynn slides into the post and knocks it off the moorings. 11-10 left to go here in the second period. A few more shots here for the Kingfishers to start this period, but nothing's really come of it yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say, 5 shots on the board here now, a few opportunities, one in front at the start of this period, but an unsuccessful power play. They weren't getting people in front there, so I think on these shots on net, they're going to have to plant someone in front because it was kind of parting like the Red Sea a bit on that power play and allowing Woodlawn to kind of clear it down the wings there near the boards.
Yeah, it's, as they say, if he can see it, he can stop it unless it's deflected. So like you said, when that crowd clears in front of the net there, it's a goaltender's dream as far as shots from a distance. But what I was going to say is 5 shots, yeah, but you know, that doesn't really tell the whole story. If you could have 5 shots and they could be 5 real dangerous shots, but in this scenario, I think they might have had 1 point blank. So a little bit of work needed here for the Sackville team if they want to crawl back into this one. As the Panthers are going to loop back inside their own zone. Stretch pass looking for the stick there of Kenny, but that bounces over his stick, and that'll go down the end of the length of the ice, rather. And there'll be an icing call here on the Panthers with 10:41 left to go here in the second period.
Panthers definitely play with a bit of confidence here on High Button Sports, I must say. I know they're our high school partner and one of our few weekday teams, so it always seems like they put on a good show, though, and from the first whistle tonight, it's probably been their best full effort up until this point, I'd say.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's been a pretty good effort from them so far, and the one thing I have noticed is they've maintained the puck well here. They aren't just giving the puck up for no reason, you know, like we always say, you work so hard to get possession back, and then you don't have an option, and you just give it away. So keeping the puck in your possession makes it a lot harder for the other team to score, and they're doing a good job of that here so far. Doucette's going to dump it out now. It's chipped off the wall, through the middle. Nice pass there to Schwarz. Schwarz is going to go down the left side. He's got Coyle backdoor, tries to feed him, but that's picked off. And away go the Kingfishers is Belfield. Belfield over the middle. Good Liney. Says no offside. He's going to get his own rebound now as he loops down in the right corner. Back up top across the half wall, up to the point. Held in. Doucette. He's just going to go backhand off the wall as he kind of ran out of options there. Good job by Cole to stay inside into the middle for Schwarz. Schwarz shot there and a laser, but that goes up off a pane of glass, which I'm sure you heard through the camera here. You want to give Schwarz the puck there. Luckily, you missed the net. Now it's going to be centered into the feet there, into the crease area. Looks like it surprised the Kingfishers defender, but they're going to get that out of harm's way and out into the neutral zone area as it's into the feet of Doucette. He'll fire that just outside the blue line. Good job there at the line by Belfield to stick handle in a phone booth to keep that one onside. Doucette scans. Great pass, tape to tape up. Ice for Coyle. Coyle down the right side. He's got to step into the forehand shot there and a save by Butler. The rebound's just going to sit there as they wait to clear it.
Two tendon on that. Got to be covering that up.
Yeah, it looked like maybe he didn't know where the rebound was, but almost like, are you going to take it? Am I going to take it? Do you got it? I got it. Anyways, the Panthers ended up taking it, so rebounds bouncing out here off the pads of Butler, and maybe some strategic shots being placed out there by the Panthers, but 14-5 now are the shots on goal, obviously in favor of Woodlawn, the former Prince Andrew Panthers. Hope I got that right. There's Prince Andrew and Prince Arthur.
Believe it is Prince Andrew. Grew up just down the road from this high school, so that sounds about familiar.
Okay, well, we'll make sure that we check our facts later on as Brownrigg goes in, as he throws a hit there on the forecheck, as they're going to battle away for that, as now he tries to find his way to the net. Now he's going to be spilled, and a delayed arm up on the backside ref, as now it's going to be shot in front and tipped, and a save by Butler is kicked out, and it will be touched up, and they'll go back to the power play. Or sorry, onto their first power play.
Is that a cross check? What are we seeing here? Interference.
Interference, yep. Might have been either just before or just after the puck left, so.
Kind of looked like they were battling in the corner for it, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it just did look like the players were battling, but the puck wasn't there, and I mean, as far as reffing, it doesn't get much easier than that. If the puck's not there and you see a guy hit the deck, you don't even have to see the play to make that call. Now as Doucette's going to walk into the middle, the shootout hero for the Panthers, an unlikely candidate. The only reason I say that is because you don't often see defensemen taking the shots in the shootout unless your name is Cale McCarr or maybe Chris Letang or Mitch Doucette, I guess, is on that list as well, as he came in and ended things after they let a lead slip away last game. So looking to get out to a big enough lead here that they don't have to relinquish one now, as they're going to get their first power play opportunity.
Well, that's been something for the Panthers this year. It's holding on to these leads in the third period. We saw last week or before that it was squandered, and I think that was a bit of a trend, so looking to buck that one as quick as possible.
As they get things moving pretty well here on the power play, and what a save there from Butler. On a cross-crease pass, now Coyle. They're going to be penalized once again, so just give it to them now, and it's going to be a hooking penalty if I was guessing. And it is, so old dudes could have the stripes on tonight, as he has been calling them at 100% up here. So that'll be a 5-on-3 now for the Panthers, looking to add to their lead. And a tough break here for the Kingfishers when they're trying to climb back into this one. Just got the stick up under the arm, excuse me, and just pulled Coyle off the puck enough that the ref is not going to let that one slide, especially on a scoring opportunity. And we're going to have an illegal change here for the Fishers, so he'll be sent back. Sorry, Kingfishers, Fishers, Kings, whatever. Good opportunity here to just slow things down. You don't have to force any passes here on the power play if you're the Panthers. It's going to go back up. Cross-ice pass looking for Doucette. It's going to find the stick of Schwartz, and he fires that one. No surprise there, as he's always looking to pull the trigger. Now right side point for Coyle. Walks into the slot area. Fires that, and Butler with the glove save. And the old lefty will get you. Once you thought that was high blocker, you look up and the glove's there. But a good save there from Butler on his 17th shot of this game early on here. 7:23 left to go in the second period, and about 55 more seconds of 5-on-3 here for the Panthers. And that face-off won so cleanly by Schwartz that he'll actually dump it down for Sackville.
Schwartz looking very comfortable out there, dudes. I know he's got 21 points here in 12 games, so rightfully so, but every play, regardless of scoring or not, he's looking like he's running the table here.
There's definitely no lack of confidence from him. He's moving the puck around, and he had a real good season last year for the Dartmouth Voyageurs Hockey Club in the U16 AAA division, and put up quite a bit of numbers back there. So maybe a little bit of a step down here, if you will. Looking pretty comfortable, and he's certainly doing a good job of carrying the offense here for the Panthers. Now as Doucette is going to go the length of the ice, and he tries to sneak a wraparound in, and
the lost art in hockey. The wraparound.
Rebound at the side of the crease. They bang away at it. It's in behind the net. Now they got 4 white jerseys in behind. Pass out front for Schwartz. Schwartz will leave it there for Doucette. Doucette off balance. Gets a shot off, and that gets tipped up off the glass, as now the first penalty is expired. 5-on-4 now, so road out front there. Schwartz point blank. Or sorry, that was Mahoney out front. So now that puck's going to be cleared here. 20 seconds left to go in the second penalty here to the Kingfishers, as Doucette is just going to fire a hard pass up for Mahoney. Mahoney's going to turn, fires that up to the blue line for Schwartz. Schwartz walks on the right side. He's going to walk right into the middle in prime time location. He'll snap one on net, but Butler's there to make the save once again here, as he's going to turn and grab some water, and rightfully so. He's been very busy here in this one, Jeff.
Big kill here for the Kingfishers. Just 8 seconds left now on that second penalty, and to keep this 3-0, keep themselves alive up until this point.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Talk about moments, you talk about momentum, and a 5-on-3 kill down by 3 certainly should be something you would think that would inject a little bit of life into the Sackville players, but Time will tell here now as we're back to even strength.
All about momentum, wherever you can find it.
Absolutely. Little game within the game, and you know, you do break it down shift by shift and play by play here if you're either one of these teams, as the Panthers are going to dump it back in. That'll get in behind the net now. This one buzzing right along here. 5.5 left to go in the second period. Now an opportunity here for Sackville in over the line. Belanger all alone. And he blows a tire, I suppose. On his way in, as that might have been their best look. But they're unable to get a shot off.
Good stick.
Yep, he's doing a good job there of pressing the point here as Woodlawn. And it's either they've been reading the play really well or they're trying to leave the zone early. Regardless, they keep turning pucks over at the defensive blue line, and that's a nightmare for the Sackville Kingfishers coaches. Now that pass is turned over. Good job here. Leaves it there. Monroe, nice move, little toe drag. He's going to walk in.
Gotta get the shot here.
Down the right side. Now he's just going to cycle as he ran himself out of real estate, but he'll get it back. Monroe forces that pass across ice. That just hits one of the Panther sticks, and that'll be chipped outside the zone, so they'll have to regroup here.
That's got to result in the shot, Duder.
Absolutely. Get into that slot zone for sure.
When you've only got 6 shots, you got to prioritize it.
Yeah, you don't need the perfect shot there, and I think if we've seen a couple of the goals here from the Panthers, a couple deflections, just shots from the outside perimeter that found their way to the core and ended up being put in the net. So, like, you're absolutely correct. Just fire that thing on net.
No one's ever going to complain about a shot on goal.
No, that's for sure. And I used to play for a coach back in the day. We'd be winning, but we'd be down in shots, and he'd be upset about it. So
yes,
I don't think you have to be that extreme, but
maybe got a point though. You know, pucks on net, pucks on goal. It's a very unpredictable sport.
As the Panthers are away now, Brownrigg looking for some more offense as he gets twisted up, and he's going to stay on his feet there, his old twister feet. So 4:06 left to go here in the second period, and still no goals in this period, but lots of opportunities. The shots are 20-6 now in favor of the Panthers, and almost giving up a game's worth of shots here. And it's over halfway through the game. So the Panthers are continuing to carry the play in this one. Now it's going to exit the zone. Cross ice pass looking for Belfield. That's going to be chipped back inside the Woodlawn zone as away goes Evan Drew for it. He's going to pick it up on the backhand. He's going to whack it off the boards, but it's held in, but it bounces off the stick, and we're going to have a penalty now.
Back ref for head contact.
Yeah, that's the one where the forechecker was, or the player was in front of the ref in the offensive zone, so the back ref calls it. Head contact, 2 minutes. Right away he called it, so with conviction, and it's hard to argue when they call it so fast. When you see the arm go up delayed, you're kind of thinking you heard one of the mums yell that it's a penalty and you put your arm up. That's your initial thought process anyways. So another power play opportunity here for the Kingfishers. They're 0 for 1 now on the man advantage, and this would be a great time to get on the board here for them with just under 4 minutes left to go as they're going to work that around the other side. Flynn makes their initial save. Lets the rebound free. Monroe gets that in behind the net. And it looks like that faceoff's going to come outside as the Kingfishers player he's arguing, pushed into the net, and the fans don't like that one.
That was some more conviction from the ref and some more chirping from the crowd.
And sometimes the refs are just really good at that. Whether they're wrong or right, they're just very good at calling the call right off the bat. And I know when I'm out there roughing, it takes me a minute to think of is it roughing, is it interference, and that's why I'm up here. Now it's turned over as Coyle is going to have an opportunity, shorthanded in onto the backhand, slides it 5-hole, and he'll get his second of the game as he goes with the half Kucherov goal there. And that'll be 4-0 here, and a shorthanded goal from Ryan Coyle.
And the parents are really letting the referee have it right now.
Yeah, and I can understand their frustration. However, the face-off in the neutral zone doesn't necessarily mean you're going to score. You still have to make a play, and that was just a costly turnover that ends up in the back of your own net. So you can get as mad as you want at the officials, but
yeah,
you know, something's got to give here.
You're 200 feet away from the other net, so a lot can happen in between those two spots.
I just can't, there's not a whole lot of scenarios, Jeff, where you should be in on a breakaway down a man with no other jerseys around whatsoever.
Not even close to him.
Yep, so that's the way the cookie crumbles, and now they got a little bit of a bigger hill to climb here now as they continue on this power play. 2:45 left to go here in the second.
Oh, look at that lead pass.
And that's a great call by the linesman, as Smith was most definitely in offside. It wasn't by much, but you could see his skates in over the blue line just before the puck, so good call there.
Great call by the Stripes on that one, but man, you'd want that rush back. He was all alone back there. Like a wide receiver in football, buddy. When you get behind the cornerbacks, you just got nothing but field, nothing but ice here.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you and be honest with you here. That meant absolutely nothing to me. I know zero about football, but I'll take your word for it, Jeff. Regardless, I can't get in behind you on the power play when you are up a man. Another opportunity missed here. The Panthers are away in transition down the right side. It's Tobin down the left side. Now he centers it out front and didn't quite get enough on that. Was Smith, but now Tobin. Another opportunity for Smith, and a good job there in front to tie up the man, as now Hiscock's going to find Monroe down the right side. Monroe, he's just going to drop that. It goes cross ice through the crease. Hiscock fans on the attempt. Now it's going to be centered, but picked off by Doucette as he rims out around the other side into the last 2 minutes here of the second period. Partner pass there from Henry to Hiscock. He'll move it up to Monroe. Monroe just going to try and get that deep. He does, albeit not far. 10 seconds left to go in the man advantage, and Smith is going to get there first on the forecheck as he's going to center that, looking for Tobin. Tobin will turn it over back down to Smith. Smith's going to have some time. Shot there, and a nice calm save there from Lawson Butler. Frustration mounting all around here. Nice move into the middle. Opportunity here, and just gets tied up at the last second. And now he tries to center, but it's cleared now, and it bounces back towards the crease area, but three dark jerseys caught low. Brown rig. That was Riley McPhee trying to get off to the races, but that's going to be blown on the offside now as the Kingfishers were in just ahead of the puck. And we're going to have a face-off into the neutral zone with 1:23 left to go here in the second period. So Coach Manson got to be a little more happy with his effort here in this one. And you know, when you're playing a team as even as you want to make sure that you bring your best effort, and you want to play your best as these big points are up for grabs. So you want to prove to yourselves and the rest of the league that you can play with everyone at your caliber, and they're doing just that. Here's an opportunity.
You want to leave no questions, dude.
Absolutely.
Leave no questions about who deserves this game and these 2 points.
That's a good point. Get it guaranteed, some factual things, some analytics, if you will, as these days that's what we're filled with. But
some game footage.
Yep, they can prove it if they do pull it off. So last minute to play here in the second period, and McPhee kind of heard footsteps there, so he kind of eased off there and didn't quite get the puck out, as now it'll find its way on to Flynn, but an easy one for him as he hangs on. 23-8 the shots now in favor of the Panthers, and something's got to give here for the Kingfishers. They looked like they were short bodies off the get-go, but like we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, they pulled us on the old switcheroo, so it looks like they came out in a uni, everybody went back in, got undressed, and got their whole new uniform on. And let me tell you, Jeff, if I were a player, I would be rattled about that, new jerseys or not. So now Smith's away for the Panthers, 40 seconds. He's going to work his way down the right side. He's going to center that into the crease area. Rebound is not cleared. Up and over. Butler fights for it, loses his stick in the brouhaha in front. But he keeps the puck out, and that's the name of the game. They don't ask you how. They just want you to keep it out, and I think of someone like Dominik Hasek when I say that, as he would just use any part of the body whatsoever, as that's exactly what Butler was doing. And now another opportunity for Smith.
Running out of time here.
Giving up a goal late here for the Kingfishers would really think would put this out of reach. Now it's going to be turned over. Smith's going to have an opportunity with a little bit of time left. Shot, scores just before time expires. He scored. I looked up at the net. There was still 0.3 seconds left.
0.3.
As the final buzzer went, they were already through their celly. So that'll be a goal for Smith. That'll make it 5-0 for the Panthers.
If this was a Moose game, buddy, they'd be heading out the doors.
Yep, there'd be some families heading for their cars and trying to get ahead of traffic here, but a heartbreaker there for the Kingfishers. That's 2 late goals they've given up late in the period. Regardless, we'll take a 5-0 Panthers lead into the third period. We'll have an intermission, a quick flight, and we will be back shortly, so stay here with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the RBC Center here for third period action. If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Dooley with High Button Sports. The Woodlawn Panthers jumping out to a big 5-0 lead to start the third period here, and Sackville got a big mountain to climb now. So they trail by 5. As Schwartz is going to get that off the opening draw. He's going to work over center down the left side. Left side, tries to cut to the middle, takes a hit. He's going to stay with it though. So it's going to be held inside by the Panthers. Doucette's going to pinch down off the right wall. He's going to fire that towards the net. Butler's fighting through some traffic around the other side. Schwartz is going to stay inside the zone as he hangs on to that one. So they fight for it on the half wall. Schwartz is going to fire that towards the net, and Butler will hang on. So 19-13 left to go in this one. And not sure if it's supposed to be run time, but the clock is just ticking away here. So maybe a 5-goal lead will be run time, and that might be in case things get out of hand, as that point shot is blocked by Butler, or waffle boarded as the kids say in NHL these days. Schwartz now still out there. Schwartz, Coyle, and Tobin. A high offense, high octane line for this Panthers team, and they log a lot of ice time out there now as Monroe's going to fight for that on the half wall, but it's held in by the Panthers. And away go the Kingfishers down the left side wall. Apologies there for kicking the camera. Doucette, he's going to work his way. Doucette, nice inside out. He's going to have a step now onto the backhand. Tries to go far side, and that's a tough shot, but he almost pulled it off. So a little bit of silky smooth there now as Monroe is upended. And the Kingfishers will go to their third power play. I think pretty easy to know that they're 0 for 2 so far, as they have yet to score. So it is run time here in this one, and that's new to me. Like I said, you almost maybe want to avoid the old kerfuffle in these games, as especially at this age group, you just start to run around and try and kill everybody that you see, or at least that's how it was when I played. Maybe talking out of line, of course, but it looks like they're going to have maybe a 3-minute penalty come up just because of the run time, but we'll see what the situation is here as we keep an eye on things. 26-8 are the shots in favor of the Panthers, so Butler, all things considered, playing very strongly here for the Kingfishers, so they will put a 3-minute penalty up now. And Line, he's going to take that clearing attempt right off the midsection there, and he shakes it off. An opportunity here at the side of the net as they try and bang that one home, but a nice save by Flynn. Now the clearing attempt is held in at the line. So if Kingfishers are going to need some help in here, they're got to outman the puck. If they're up a man or a full body, you can't have the white jerseys outnumbering your forecheckers down there, so they're going to work it around now. Not a whole lot of movement going on down there. There's a centering pass. Looking for the target, but now it's going to be ripped down the length of the ice, and I do apologize once again. My feet must have grown overnight. Gonna pick it up behind their own net. Cross ice pass, tape to tape. Good look there down the right side. Hang on to that as they try and go back out to the middle of the ice. They do. Picked up. And a saucer pass is held in at the line. The linesman was in perfect position. A great job off the stick of Blanchard to hold that one in. Down to the half wall. Back up to the point. Right point back down to the half wall. Into the middle of the ice. An opportunity now. Tangled up as the puck's pushed off the stick. Into the left corner. Now looking for their options. Cross ice pass. Blanchard tries to fire at the net. He does off the side. He's going to go in and throw a hit after. Shore's going to pick it up. Soft chip. Goes up to Blanchard at the point, but he holds it in. Chipped out in the zone. Good job by Blanchard once again as he's going to use that glove to hold this one in. Back door and just out of the reach of Belfield as he got just a little bit of a stick on that one, but it goes wide. And it's going to go to the left side. They try to force a pass through the middle. They had a lane to the net there, so probably try and get that one on net. Now as Brownrigg gives chase. 1:14 left to go in the man advantage. The Kingfisher blows a tire in behind the net. They're just going to rim that around to nobody here. Now Brownrigg's going to be upended And as soon as Sackville touches here, they're going to be penalized, and it's going to be a cross-checking penalty. That was into the midsection of Brownrigg there, right between the pants and the shoulder pads, so nothing but skin and bone there. And if you're listening and if you played hockey, you know the spot I'm talking about. It's that spot in front of the net that you know is going to get a reaction out of that player. But for this time, he'll be penalized, so we're going to have 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds, and then Woodlawn will get a little bit of an abbreviated power play. They look to add to their lead now as that face-off is won. Doucette's going to use those 6'5" strides to get across there, and almost looked like he wasn't even trying, but he got there in plenty of time. But now it's going to be shot inside the Sackville bench. The face-off will come outside. As the parents have picked up on the run time now as they're telling the players to hurry up here as they're wasting time. And they're not wrong here as now the Woodlawn player will be freed from the penalty area. It's going to be a power play here for the Panthers as they lead this one 5-0. Costly turnover now and a shot there up into the mask area of Butler. And he will hang on as you have a look there on your screen. Lawson Butler. Very busy. He looks up at the clock to see how many shots he's been peppered with here in this one. 27 shots, 22 saves here for him through 2 periods in a few minutes. As now it's going to be rimmed around to the other side. Brownrigg takes a hit, back out to the point. That'll exit the zone as the Panthers are going to have to retreat now and head back into their own end. We'll start the breakout now. Up ice. Now they're going to go cross ice. Looking for the stick of Eisner there. But that's out of his reach, and now it's going to be sent the length of the ice. And that'll kill off some precious time here. 1:20 left to go here in the power play here for the Panthers. Good outlet pass. Now they're going to go through the middle. Eisner leaves that there. Good job. As they get that in deep. Hudson Kenny into the right corner. Now Smith with it. Already going this one. Centering pass there onto the stick of Brownrigg as that just gets away from him as he's going to throw a hit now. But that puck's going to be sent the length of the ice by the Kingfishers as Flynn comes out to meet that and hang on. 50 seconds left to go in the man advantage now. Eisner is going to work his way up ice. Down the right side, he's going to have a step. He's going to have some time. Now he's pushed into the wall a little bit dangerously, but they eased up enough to allow him to keep his balance as now they're going to center that puck. And it's going to come just outside the lines. That just got through the stick there of Isaac Mahoney as he heads back into his own zone for it here. He's going to wheel around in his own net. He's going to hit the brakes, go back the other way as he was met on the other side by the forechecker. That breakout pass for Schwartz, a little bit too hot for him. Now it's going to be in his feet, and he's going to have to dodge a hit there, and he does, luckily, or that could have been dangerous. Now Monroe's going to give chase. He's going to race Doucette. Doucette's big body. He's going to go in there first. Nice reverse play. But Coyle is going to get there now for the Panthers, down in behind his own net. He's being pressed and funneled out by the other side from Belanger, but Coyle's just going to pick it up and go the other way. Turned over as he forgot to take the puck. Now they cut back to the middle, and they just lose possession. Now Schwartz tries to get that deep. It's going to find its way to center ice. And away goes Faulkner. Now Monroe's got it. Monroe's just going to fire that in deep. Blindly down to the left side. Doucette in to defend. Coyle in there as well. As they kick it out now. Schwartz is going to get that puck outside the zone. And that's not going to have enough for icing as Hiscock goes back for it. Got Tobin on him. Hiscock, good move to get away from the forecheck. But he's going to lose possession now as that puck comes outside the line. Picked up there by Drew as he's just going to fire it down inside the Sackville zone. Now 10:50 left to go here in this one. Score remains 5-0. And that chip pass is going to find the Kingfishers, and that's the second linesman down. A good call at the line there. Now a shot blocker save from Flynn. That rebound's pushed to the corner. Opportunity now outside of the net. Shot there. Point blank. Flynn there gets a stick on as Monroe came crashing through the crease area, but Flynn able to get the paddle down and poke that one off. So now Schwartz, nice pass into the middle. Backhand opportunity for Coyle. Stop there from Butler. Rebound picked up by Schwartz. He'll leave that there. Back to the point for Drew as he fires that in the corner. Picked up now. Tobin Back up for Drew, and that comes outside the line. Now he's just going to touch it. And that'll be blown on the offside. So 10:05 and counting left to go here as the faceoff will come just outside the Kingfisher zone. Still looking for their first goal here. 6 shots here in the third period so far, so they've doubled their first 2 period totals. So I guess if you want to pull some positives, that could be one of them. They just don't look like they're moving here, not really engaged in this one. As now we're going to have some extracurricular stuff. It's going to be number 55, Riley McPhee. It looks like he's going to be penalized for that swat. And that is definitely going to be it. So another opportunity here for the Kingfishers on the power play. So the retaliation penalty always gets called, and I know that for a fact from playing. Ask any of the coaches I've had over my career, they will definitely remember a couple retaliation penalties on my behalf. So it's the one that gets called, as that clearing attempt is held in at the line by the Kingfishers. Nice move there, but lost it on the last second as that puck's going to exit the zone. The Kingfishers will look to get set up here on the neutral zone power play breakout. They do. They're just going to get that in deep. Down the left side is Rockwell. Rockwell in behind the net. They'll move it up to the point. Opportunity from the right side is shot, and that was blocked on its way to the net. Another opportunity here. Nice move. Tries to go backdoor. Bang away at the side of the net. There's Flynn. He's just got the post hugged. The puck will sit on top of that netting on the back there. One of the more frustrating spots on the ice if you're a player. The play will be blown dead. 8:15 left to go here. And like I said, a new rule for me, especially at this age group, to have run time, but clearly there's a reason for it. Is that puck to the point shot? Through a crowd, and Flynn will grab that one, hang on. He'll fire right back to the face-off dot, and we'll start back where we began this play. So we got some debris on the ice there. You can see Mr. Referee going forward here. Face-off won by the Panthers, and that'll be sent the length of the ice. Butler comes out to play that. Butler, the southpaw. A lot more of those these days than we've seen, at least when I played. I don't even think you could buy left-handed gear up until a certain point. But here we are. Times have changed and technology's gotten way better, and that's part of the reason why you're able to watch this game from home. We do thank you for tuning in if you are. There'll be a little bit of a break from these games for a couple weeks here. So the Kingfisher still with 1:10 left on the man advantage. They're going to enter the zone here. And that's going to be cleared once again. Not quite all the way down the ice. They look to try this again here. Lots of stationary hockey being played out there on the power play, and making it pretty easy on the Panthers here for the kill. So it's going to be held in. And now they're going to make sure that gets around. That was a laser all the way around. Butler is going to come out. He knew that that bad bounce was down there at the Zamboni doors, so he was a little bit timid there, and it was actually a smart play and good heads up by the goaltender, but the puck ends up coming around to him as he clears it out to his teammates, and now they're going to get it in deep. Try and get in on the forecheck as Smith blows a tire. Monroe is actually a really good lacrosse player as well, so a multi-sport athlete. Now it's going to be sent down onto Butler. He'll stop that with the paddle. His cock will come back to help out. He'll go cross ice for Monroe. Monroe tries to throw a saucer pass cross ice, hits his own player. So now the Panthers do a great job to make sure they stay on side. Butler with a shoulder save. And that'll be up into the netting, so 6 minutes even here to go. As you see there on your clock, time ticking away here for the Kingfishers. 29-14, the shots in favor of the Panthers now, as, like we said before, Coach Manson and the rest of his squad probably pretty happy with the effort so far in this one. I actually played a little bit of hockey today with Coach Webby. Ended up talking about the game there, and it's funny how the conversation comes up, and all of a sudden we're heading to the same spot later in the day. So shout out to him if he ends up watching this. It's 5.5 left to go. McPhee now runs into Monroe. Monroe and McPhee will get tangled up here. And they're both going to go coincidentals. Looks like that one hurt Monroe a little bit more than he would have liked. Looks like they're going to get unsportsmanlike. Another signal from the referee that I'm very, very aware of. Spend a lot more time talking than listening, and that'll get you in trouble sometimes, but they're going to send the both of them here in hopes of trying to rectify a little bit of the greasy stuff here to finish this game. So 4.5 left to go. Definitely one of the faster periods we've been a part of here in this one, as the Kingfishers are going to get that as his cock. Tries to go partner pass. He fanned on it, but it does get there. And now that return pass is bounced off his stick as the Panthers are just going to fire it back to Eisner. He fires that through the middle. Kingfishers now are going to push that ahead, but that's off the skates and into the end zone. As Ian Sanford had that turned over. Oh, front now is Flynn. It was just him in the black jersey, and luckily Coyle came back to help out defensively. Now it's a backdoor pass as Flynn sprawls out and stops that one. He'll hang on once again. So both for roughing. The timekeeper says at the time for the penalties, but one was unsportsmanlike and one was roughing. Not that that matters. They both sit. Now is Doyle looking for the hat trick. Comes in and he had that puck stripped off his stick, because now it's going to stay inside the zone. Though, Doyle. He's got Tobin with him. Tobin's going to pick it up now. He tries to shoot. Fans on as that bounced over his stick. He's going to take a bump now. He fights for it. He's got 3 jerseys to beat now, but Doyle's going to come away with the puck here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Doyle spins back the other way. The Kingfishers are going to have some numbers here, as they're going to have a 3-on-2 forming if they can hurry, maybe a 4. Not a whole lot of back check going on from the Panthers now, as that shot from a distance is smothered up into the breadbasket by Flynn. Pretty lackluster back check there from the Panthers players. I know you're up 5, but this is one of those scenarios where you got to stay in good habitville, as they say. Over the 5-goal cushion, a little more lenient out there maybe, but Doucette's just going to poke that to himself. And speaking of Doucette, we will have Mr. Ty Doucette, Mitchell's brother, on the High Button podcast tomorrow, as he's home for a little stint. And the two of them both really good ball players, and Ty himself a former Woodlawn Panther. So family affair here. You want to catch that, that'll be out later on tomorrow or later on in the week. So big dog Ty Doucette, product of the Dartmouth Minor Baseball Association, and had himself quite the season playing junior and senior. We look forward to chatting with him tomorrow. So that puck is dumped in with 2 minutes left to go, 20 seconds left in the man advantage here for the Kingfishers. Nice touch pass across. He'll find his man over the line, over the right side. Tried to make a move. He does, gets through, just dodges a hit in behind the net. And then Doucette's just going to rim it around softly into a quiet zone, and that's quiet zone for the best opportunity for your team to win a puck race, or an area pass, I guess, if you will. And it's actually not too many men, as much as the fans wanted it. They only had 4 on the ice. They needed their 5th, so they actually had 2 little on the ice, but not everybody knows the call now. It just looked like too many as he was scrambling to get onto the bench, but really they were fine. So 1:12 left to go here in this third period, and this run time period just buzzed right along there as that was tipped into the zone by Schwartz, just enough to get a piece of that to negate the icing, as that's chipped on by as Brownrigg was in on the forecheck, but that puck will find its way out into the neutral zone. Icing waved off as that went through 2 Panthers players. Last minute to play here in the third. And that's going to be chipped. Tobin, or sorry, that's Kenny. In behind his own net now. He's just going to survey. Now he's just going to fire that off the wall for Brownrigg. Brownrigg through the middle for Schwartz. Schwartz tries to tip it to himself, but good skates there from Dawson Brown, as now that puck's cleared out to the neutral zone. Good job by Eisner, as he's just going to eat some ice. Tries to chip it to himself. A little bit of plinko going on here in the neutral zone. 25 seconds left to go. Nice move there from Faulkner, as he got in all alone, but now he's going to take a hit, and that puck will find the stick of the Panthers players. Brownrigg He's going to take a hit late. Schwarz fakes a shot, makes a move. Now it's going to be chipped outside the zone. 10 seconds left to go here in this one. As they're going to retreat behind their own net. Just going to fire that off the glass, and that's going to do it here, folks. So the Woodlawn Panthers will take a stranglehold on the standings as they now move to 6-7 on the season. 15 points, and they take a 4-point lead on the Sackville Kingfishers. So that will conclude things here. 5-0 W for the Woodlawn Panthers. Shots on goal after a complete game play. 29-15 in favor of the Panthers. So for High Button Sports, I'm Matt Dooley. We thank you very much for tuning in. A big win for your hometown Panthers. So without further ado, that'll do it for us. Signing off here. Have a great rest of your night and stay safe.